Barnstable West Barnstable Elementary School commemorates Flag Day. We take you inside the heartwarming ceremony on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Monday, June 16th, 2014. I'm Sarah Mannell.
But today we are very honored to have many guests join us for this very special Flag Day ceremony. So I'm going to introduce Ms. Lynn Poyant, and she is going to introduce our guests.
With us this morning, I want to introduce Congressman William Keating, who is here. We have our town manager, Tom Lynch. We have the town councilor for this precinct, Ian Kennedy. We have the superintendent of schools, Dr. Mary Chakowski. We have from the JFK Memorial Trust Fund Committee, Bob Jones. We have our scholarship winner, Joseph Egan, and our town treasurer, Deborah Blanchette. And we are all very excited to be here and to see what you've prepared for us to see today.
First of all, we're going to learn about what Flag Day is all about, and I have two third graders here to help me with that. Hannah Jensen and Grace Bunnell.
Flag Day is a celebration on June 14th in memory of the day in 1777 when the Continental Congress adopted the Stars and Stripes as the official flag of the United States. It is not an official national holiday, but the President proclaimed a public Flag Day is observed every year. In Pennsylvania, Flag Day is a legal holiday. On Flag Day, people in the United States display flags on their homes, businesses, and public buildings. Some schools honor the flag with special programs, and many features discussions of the flag's origin and meaning. Many patriotic organizations hold parades, and other Flag Day demonstrations. Flag Day was first officially observed in 1877 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the selection of the flag. Congress requested all public buildings to fly the flag on June 14th of that year. Some people suggested that Flag Day should be observed each year. In 1897, the governor of New York proclaimed a Flag Day celebration for the first time as an annual event in that state. President Woodrow Wilson established Flag Day as an annual national celebration in his proclamation issued on May 30th, 1916. In 1949, President Harry S. Truman officially recognized June 14th as Flag Day, signing the National Flag Day Bill.
Thank you, girls. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Congressman William Keating, who will present a very special flag to our school.
Well, thank you, and it's so much fun to be here with you today. I'm sorry we're not outside, and next Friday when you're having field day, I won't be here. So have a great field day and enjoy today. And I just want to mention two things, why it's important to be here in a school on Flag Day, because that excellent history of moving the Flag Day ceremony into law, two of the things that occurred happened in schools. In 1885 in Wisconsin, it was the principal, like your principal, who started a movement in schools to try and honor our flag on Flag Day. His name was B.J. Sagrand, I believe. And then in Philadelphia, where Betsy Ross displayed the flag on Flag Day, later on, the superintendent of schools in Philadelphia, like Dr. Mary, was instrumental in moving the effort for a Flag Day nationally. So being here today is important because schools have been an important part, and students recognizing Flag Day have been a very important part of Flag Day and why we have it in our country. So it really is special that I've been given the opportunity to present to two of your students, your classmates, a flag. And this flag is a special flag. This flag on Memorial Day flew over the John F. Kennedy Memorial, and it also flew over our U.S. Capitol, where I work in Washington, D.C. So I'd like to carry the Flag Day tradition onto our schools because it's so important, and ask up two of your classmates, Isabel DeRosa and Hector Kingsley, to accept this flag. Thank you for coming up, and I present to you this flag with an official certificate, making sure that you know this flag flew over the United States Capitol, and it's also was flown here on Cape Cod at the JFK Memorial. And I'd like you to take that on behalf of all your classmates in your school. Thank you very much.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey guys. Thanks for having me. It's too bad it's raining. It didn't rain on my field day when I was in third grade. My name's Joe. Some of you guys know my cousin Patrick. Oh, everyone look at him. This year I graduated from Barnstable High School. And tomorrow as a country, we will celebrate Flag Day. And while Flag Day may not be as exciting as 4th of July or Christmas, it is one of our country's oldest and most proud traditions. In school this week, you might have been learning about the meaning behind the 13 stripes and the 50 stars. However, the flag itself is a symbol for much more than the states and the original colonies. The American flag represents not just our country, but the people in it. And as we change, so does the perception of our flag. Our founding fathers, such as George Washington and Ben Franklin, made this country with the principles of personal responsibility, democracy, and freedom. And as one people, for hundreds of years, we have challenged ourselves to hold to those ideals. So when every day we say the Pledge of Allegiance, we promise to stick to those things which made our country great in the first place. As third graders, you might have had people tell you that you need to be a certain age to watch this movie or go on a certain amusement park ride. However, there's no age requirement for being a patriot. It is never too early to discover the parts of your country that you love. And as someone who has gone through your grade and all the grades to come, I can promise you that some of the most interesting classes that you will take and the most interesting things you will learn will be about our own country. Learning about history and what makes the United States great is the first step to becoming a patriot like George Washington or Ben Franklin. Heroes like those men are heroes because they were willing to sacrifice whatever it took to ensure the freedom of their countrymen. So I would challenge all of you here today, the future heroes of tomorrow, find what you love, what you would sacrifice for, and hold to it. For truly, pride in our flag and the sacrifice to keep it flying high are what keeps our nation under God and indivisible. Thank you.
We'll be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program Barnstable this morning, weekdays at 7 a.m. On tomorrow's show, we will get the latest from Police Chief Paul McDonald and continue our series highlighting the town's beautiful golf courses. Plus, we have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.